This is Sunniva.
And this is Johannes.
And you are watching Board Gaming Ramblings.
And today we are giving you our rankings of all the 2022 releases that we played. We have already done our top 20 to 11 and top 10 to 1 if you haven't seen those already. Those are more interesting starting points than this. This list is kind of like a supplement video. And we're going to do it super quickly. So these games we're basically not going to say more than maximum of one sentence of. We're just going to list them off. So you're going to do yours and mine and yours and mine. We're going to try to get through all of them in one video. There is 82 games to play from this year, which means we're going to go through 62, which means 124 games in this video.
That's a lot.
So if you wondered, like, how do we rank all the games from this year, this is the video to find out.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yeah, let's.
This is kind of a speed thing. We have to use like an iPad and a phone for this because there's so many games.
So many games.
Okay, let's go.
Trudvang Legends is my number 82. It's just a broken game, basically.
Yeah, we're not going to do numbers for all of this because that would be horrible.
Yes.
Trudvang Legends also my bottom.
Oh, it's a crossover.
I'm not going to do dances for this.
No.
Like crossover like that. That would be horrible.
Next up for me is Transmissions. Cute components, boring game.
My next one is Beer and Bread, just not a very fun two-player game.
My number, no, we're not doing numbers, sorry. Hamlet, it was so small, I couldn't see what I was doing, therefore boring.
Next one is First Empire. What is First Empire? It's a game that we don't own, but we have played it, didn't love it.
Beer and Bread, just a very uninteresting game.
Oh, that was the end.
Yeah.
Dice Realms, another very expensive and not very good game. Sadly, did not like it at all.
Oh, that is Dice Realms. Okay, I thought it was another game. That is interesting. Next up for me is we can take Dice Realms here. It's nice.
You forgot you thought it was another game?
Yeah.
Which game do you think it was?
The one with the roll and write and the from the other games. What is that again?
I don't know. Did we play it this year?
No, maybe it was last year.
Dice Realms is that big monstrosity we did not like.
Yeah.
Next up for me is Eternal Palace. One that was just fine, nothing amazing.
Yeah, and then it's Vengeance Roll and Fight. Boring. It was an okay roll and write game, but nothing more for me.
Next up is Lands of Galser for me. This was one I really wanted to like, but just like the actions were not interesting and the story did not grip me in this one. But I think many people love it, just not for me.
Yeah, and then it's First Empires for me. I thought it had some
What is First Empires?
Yeah, but it's so forgettable. I can't remember what it is.
I had to do this now. The day we sat and made this list, Sunniva asked me 8 times, First Empires, what is that? Every time it came up in Pub Meeples, it was like, what is that again? My next one is Vengeance Roll and Fight. Same reasons for you, just an game.
Yeah, then we have Batman Everybody Lies. It's in the detective universe.
It's not really new. It's a detective game.
Yes, I just thot it fell a little flat for me. The one scenario we have played is just first impressions.
I think it was nice, not not amazing.
Yeah.
Next one, did I do Transmissions already?
No, I don't think so.
Then it's Transmissions. Same reasons for you, just a fine family game, nothing amazing.
And then we have Eternal Palace. I thought it was fun with the majorities that you're trying to race towards, but other than that, fell a little flat for me.
And then we have one I actually just played a prototype of, which is Scandalo. We just played that last year.
Oh,
yeah. I love Awkward Guess. I felt this tried to be a bit more complex and just made it be... I would rather play Awkward Guess every time.
I agree. Then we have Fancy Feathers, Freedom on Freezer game. A little fun. The first time I played it with the one-way path that you're trying to get the good cards, not the bad, but nothing amazing.
Then we have Hamlet, which is one that you already had. It was fine, it was just like too small and not very interesting.
Then we have Lands of Galser. I agree with you, but I think that it might be just what somebody needs if you're looking for a cool story game.
Oh, so why was this like 70 and not 82? No, I'm just joking. My next one is Crossing Oceans. Sadly, a letdown. One that I would have loved to be a way better version of Transatlantic, but was just like almost the same and not very interesting.
Then mine is Skull Canyon Ski Fest. Actually, a little cool puzzle with which slope to race down on with ski. elevator or something you could take up. And neat concepts in this game.
That was your number 71.
Yes.
And my number 71 is Skull Canyon Ski
Oh.
Fest. So it's
we have to
crossover dance.
It's an alright game.
Yeah, it was just funny, a negative crossover dance. Let's go to your number 70.
My number 70 is Verdant, in the same series as, or designers as Calico and Cascadia.
Same publisher.
Yeah, but the other games are better than Verdant.
Mine is Block and Key. It was a fine puzzle game, but nothing that gripped me. One that I did not have any desire to play again. Block and Key.
Yeah. Scandalo, why make something that when you have awkward guests, that is so amazing.
I see what they did, but for us, like I need to play the full version, so it might go higher. But
that's true.
Next up for me is Flamecraft, a just purely average, okay game that looks amazing.
Amazing. Vivid Memories is next one for me. Some cool elements, but a little forgettable for my taste.
Next for me is Tidal Blades Banner Festival. It had some very neat things in it, but it didn't grip me and was not fun enough.
Block and Key, I thought the seeing from my perspective thing was cool, but other than that, nothing amazing.
Next up for me is Fancy Feathers. I actually enjoyed it, but it was not one that I felt the need to play again.
Yeah, and now we're up in the games that are quite alright. For me, it's just like...
You're at 66 now, right?
Yes, that's exactly where I am, and that is Rise. So I thought this was an okay game with tracks, but nothing amazing.
My 66 is Rise as well. That is crazy.
That is another...
Negative. This is like an okay crossover, okay game.
Because now we're up in...
I still think Rise is pretty boring. I don't think it's an
But now we're up in like the mediocre. I have very few like 4s on this list. So we're up in all of the 5s.
Doesn't mean that these games are bad.
6s already.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with that.
And next up for me is Crossing Oceans, for the same reasons.
Mine is Applejack. Really, I did like it, but not one that had a staying power.
And next up is Bear Raid. This was actually a very cool game about like these stocks and shares. No, I don't know.
But yeah, absolutely
things that I don't like, so that is why.
Mine is Heat, Pedal to the Metal. A fine game, just did not love it.
Next up is Wormholes.
This is the same reason for many of these games. Fine game, did not love it. Wormholes, yeah.
Wormholes only played once. Maybe it will rise or fall, but neat concepts to create these fast... what do you call it? These... wormholes between spaces.
It's a pick 'em and liver game.
Yeah.
Mine is Dice Team Park, one that I did enjoy, but not enough to want me to play it again. No, I actually liked it.
Yeah.
I like the combos, but it's just like too much to do, and
Very
it's all in your own
solitary.
Yeah. Next up, it's you.
Applejack. I thought it was neat. Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
Evergreen, next one for me. A fun game. I liked it. I think ended up liking it less than Photosynthesis, and that was one I didn't like at all, or didn't like too much either. So it's just another fine game.
And then we're up in number 60, which for me is the Smoky Valley. This one had actually some cool parts to it, but it's not my kind of game, really. But one of the more like crunchy, intricate games on this end of the list.
Yeah, my next one is going to show you how far down is on my list. It's Lacrimosa, which was like in your top 20.
Oh, that was so far.
It's down here. Yeah, I think it was fine, but nothing more.
Oh, I wonder what you rated it. I don't remember. I think it's a 7.
I don't think the rest of these are more. I didn't go after just ratings.
No.
So it might drop.
Things change when you play other stuff.
And the feeling.
Yeah. Heat, Pedal to the Metal. I had fun when I played it. Just not my type of game. Racing game.
Libertalia, Winds of Galacrest. Enjoy this version of Libertalia better than the other one. This is one of those games that is a fine game. We actually still own it, which is more than I can say for.
This was really low for Libertalia, but yeah.
Yeah, it might be a mistake.
Because it's an older game, and
no, it might just be a mistake because I also make mistakes. Because there's many games over this that we did not keep, and I kept this, so it's probably a mistake. But now it's here. It's on the internet now. I cannot do anything about it.
My father's work, interesting stuff.
What does he do? Your father? Thank you and goodbye.
Weird mix between Euro and story changes in the... not friends with this game. Way too long, but I'm looking forward to play it again.
Next, we have the game you thought for a very long time that you rated 8.5. It's Titan.
It was luckily 7.5.
Yes.
It's a title, Blades Banner Festival for me. Some cool things, but not cool enough.
Next up is Findorf. Actually enjoyed this a bit, but not enough to keep.
Findorf for me too. 56 and
Almost.
yours were 57, so not the same.
And that's you're good at numbers. You're very good at that.
Same.
Not the same thing. Then mine is Terracotta Army, another good game, but not amazing.
Okay. Dice Theme Park. I actually liked this puzzle very much, but it was so easy to make these mistakes because there's a lot going on. Easy to cheat in this game. But cool.
Mine is my father's work. I would like to play it again. A bit unsure, but I did like many of the elements. A bit long and had, as you said, like a bit too much random elements to it, but one I actually enjoyed quite a bit.
Legacies. This was actually in your top 20. So I a little too long, a little too lucky, didn't grab me, but an okay game.
Next up is Tindaya, one that we did spend 5 hours playing the first time, but I want to play it again. There is stuff there that I did really like, so I hope the next time is gonna be get more flow and getting it to be a better experience. But it isn't lower because there was some elements there that I liked a lot.
I hope it will get better.
Yeah.
Evergreen for me, I think I liked it more than photosynthesis.
Yeah.
I thought the puzzle with the trees and how the sun moved it is a clever puzzle, and I think it was done in an interesting way, but nothing mind-blowing about this.
Next up for me is Flowar, one we had only played once. A very brutal game that looks like very cozy and pink and nice, but it's very brutal, and this might drop or it might rise because we only played it once and I was a bit unsure, but I did enjoy my first play of it.
Yeah, Wingspan Asia. I think Wingspan overall is a very good game. Maybe this was a mistake as well, because I see here that,
Many games over it, like, this is worse. But that what happens when you rank all the games, so just so you know, this isn't science.
But you know Wingspan.
My name is Johannes. My next one is...
And you're only rated what?
I'm only a 7. And next up for me is Wormholes. I think it is good. Want to play it again.
Deal with the Devil. This had some cool elements, really, really interesting with the hidden roles, and the way that the app works is phenomenal. Have to play with the right group of people, but the Euro stuff in itself wasn't that interesting, so yeah. Around here, it's fine.
Next up is, that's where you put it, so it's fine. Next up is Tiletum, one that I wanted to like more. I thought it was fine. Go and check the review to see more thoughts.
Then we're at number 50, right?
Yep.
Just like checking in here. And then we have Hand to Hand Wombat. This was actually super duper fun when we played it. We laughed our butts off, but a very weird game.
Oh yeah.
But one that you need to check out if you want this silly kind of trader
Dexterity,
party-ish game.
Next one for me is Wingspan Asia. I want to play it more. Again, this might also be too low for me on the list, but we'll see what happens.
Maybe it is because it is an older game, and then I kind of disregarded it when I click on the things the Pub Meeple rating app. Thumbs up to that. Cat in the Box. This is a trick-taking game with a very interesting Schrödinger's cat theme. Yeah. If you haven't checked out the review, do it because it's an interesting concept. Mine
one is Vivid Memories. I really remember enjoying it. We didn't like the times we played it. I really liked it. We didn't keep it, but it was a good game. Yeah. We're getting to the good games now. Like, these are good games.
Yeah, these are very decent games. Ecosystem Coral Reef, a very quick and simple drafting game that is very nice for large groups, new to board gaming people, a gateway to drafting, basically. A
gateway to the big stuff.
Yes.
Next of me is Verdant. Did not hate it, but I did not love it. A fine game.
Splendor Duel. Splendor Duel was very nice, I thought. I don't love Splendor, so I think that the Duel version added a little more meat to it that I enjoyed.
Next one for me is Batman Everybody Lies. This for me is better than many of the other detective stuff that we have done lately.
Yeah, that's true.
I want to play it more to see more of what it has. It has some weird like personal goals and stuff like that. Trying to do things instead of just being detective, which I think would be better. But yeah, that's why it's here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to play it again. I just didn't remember anything about it, so yeah, that's why it was so low. Bureau of Investigation, so that is in the same genre, basically. I haven't been blown away by the cases there so far. The first one we played was quite fun. The last one I didn't feel that much connection to, but fun concepts of games in general.
My next one is London Acropolis Railway, one that I really want to play again. We played it only once with 4 players, took way too long for what it gave me, but I enjoyed the concept of it and I really would like to play it more to see with 2 players to see if it has more to offer.
London Acropolis Railways is also my so
Next
that's one. Yeah, the next one. I agree, but I'm unsure how much replayability it has to offer.
For me next is Caldera Park, a good little tile movement game that we want to put together with Savannah Park in the box. So we have like 2 of these, very simple, very fun Michael Kiesling, Wolfgang Kramer games in one box.
The Guild of Merchant Explorers, this is a flip and write game. I enjoyed it.
Not writing though, it's flip and place cubes.
Oh, place and cubes, that's true, because you remove things, and I like that you're trying to explore things, and then it's a new round and you take it back and you try to like do it better next round. Fun game.
My next one is Splendor Duel. Enjoy this more than Splendor. Like to play it and wouldn't be sad to play it again.
Tindaya. I really think that is something more here than we experienced, and I hope that we can shorten the time. And the rules was just like so overwhelming.
It was so hard to explain the first time.
I'm looking forward to play it again.
My next one is another one you had in your top 20, which is Founders of Teotihuacan.
Oh yeah.
I find it like it's a good game.
I think it's really good.
Yeah, I know you have it in your top 20.
So
For me,
good.
it is a fine game.
Turing Machine. This is one of those deduction games. Is that no?
That's true.
Yes.
It's a deduction game. It's a pure deduction game.
Yes, we have played only like very simple puzzles so far. So we have solved like the number that you're going to find in like 3 tries or something.
Yeah.
So I haven't gotten like hooked on this game yet, but I feel like this is a game in a genre that I really enjoy.
Next for me is Starship Captains, one that I did enjoy. Not enough to keep it, but I liked the game and the concepts of it. It maybe had a little bit, not too much variability, but I liked the things I did in the game. And I wouldn't be sad if somebody said, like, do you want to play this? I would play it.
I can see that these are all the T games in a row. This is a 4th T game for me, trekking through history. I really thought that this was a fun game. We played it not so long ago.
Yeah, for Keep or Kill.
Yes. Yeah, they're just overall a fun game.
Mine is Trekking Through History, the same one. So it's kind of small thumbs up. Thumbs up time.
My number 40 is Framework. This was in your top 20. I think it was your number 20 actually.
Correct, yeah.
I like it a lot. I think it should have come higher, but it's right there in the mix of good games that are really hard to rank between each other, I think.
Mine is Bear Raid. I like it more than you because I like all the concepts better. Really liked this simple little weird stock share game with many things going on. Highly recommend if you like those kind of games.
Endless Winter is my number 39. Sadly, a little bit of a letdown for me because I just thought it was going to be super duper awesome, like I want to with these kind of games. But I'm looking forward to try the expansions for this game.
Mine is also going to be Endless Winter.
Another perfect
one that I agree with everything you said. Like I liked it, but I did not love it to bits.
Crossover. Terracotta Army. I think that the placement of the army on the board and the spatial puzzle of that and trying to sneak in that extra little thing that you wanted to get the majority and sneak in the points was interesting in this game.
Next up for me is going to be the Smoky Valley. I enjoyed many aspects of it. It's one I need to go back and revisit to see where it will land the next time, but one that I actually enjoyed many of the elements of.
Flow War, super tight as you said. I'm looking forward to play it again, but first impression was that this has some interesting stuff in it.
My next one is Cat in the Box. Really enjoyed it. Did not love it, but I enjoyed especially the theme, and the trick taking was fine as well.
Next up for me is Tilletum. This is a game that I was a little let down by the first time I played it, but when I think back to it, I think that it has some neat elements, especially with the dice drafting in the action selection. So even though it's low here, I think that it has some concepts that a lot of people like.
And then for me is Ecosystem Coral Reef.
Cool.
Really enjoyed, super simple, pure drafting game. Highly recommend as that.
Ativa, this year's UV Rosenberg game that people have been talking about. Cool puzzle, but for me, not my favorite of his games, obviously.
Then we have...
That would be sad.
Yes, it would. Then we have for me Sea Salt and Paper, a really nice little card game. Some luck elements here and there, just very neat elements, trying to push your luck or stop early. A very, very nice little game.
Planet B, this was in your top 20.
It was.
I think it's a cool game. Didn't like it as much as you.
Nope.
Worker placement with a twist and an election that was cool as well.
My next one is Deal with the Devil. I enjoyed most of the concepts in it. Just a little bit too much work to get it played.
Palaces of Carrara. This is one of the games that are in like the 7 of the rating for me, like good games that has some really cool concepts where I think variability for this game is a nice, cool. The puzzle in this game is very interesting and the timing when to score. Check out the review.
My next one is Nemesis Lockdown, a great semi-cooperative game one I would like to play more. It's very heavy involved. It's kind of co-oped with some like you can win by yourself. I really enjoyed my plays of it and would like to play again.
Nemesis Lockdown is my number 32 as the next one. There's so many like almost crossovers here. I liked it. Not usually my kind of game, but very tense from start to finish. So hard to survive in this game.
Very hard to survive.
You're
my next
die.
one is Bureau of Investigation. Have enjoyed it. Want to play it more.
Caldera Park, I thought this was an interesting puzzle. First time we played it, we played the like basic version. Didn't enjoy that much, but the other version was fun.
Next one is Oak. You had this in your top 20.
Oh yeah.
Really enjoyed it, but I need to play it again with the full version to see where it lands.
Next up, now we're in the 30s. No, we're not. It's number 30. We've been at the 30s for a while. Libertalia, Wind of Gallicrest. I like Libertalia a lot. I'm maybe why we're keeping it in the collection.
Yeah, my next one is Joan of Arc, a fun version of Orleans, like a pull and write, draft and write game. Enjoyed it more than I thought I would. Actually recommend it.
Old Sworn, you had it in your top 20. I also think this is a cool game. I really love the story. This is a co-op story, boss battler game. The boss battles were also fun, a little bit long for my taste, but a game that I'm still looking forward to play.
Next for me is Wayfarers of the South Tigris, one that I need to play again. First play was good, but I need to play more to see where it will land in the end.
Yes. Starship Captains, I also think that this was an interesting game. Not interesting enough to keep in the collection, but it has some really good elements that I would absolutely recommend to like light, medium range players. Monsters
on Board was also on your top list. A very fun drafting game as well. Really liked it.
Wayfarers of the South Tigris need to play it more, basically. I agree with you.
Discordia, we also did a review of recently. Pretty nice twist on the worker place. It's not a worker place, but action selection, but has a very weird little elements to it that I really enjoyed.
These games that are left could basically like almost sneak into the top 20, where now we're in like the good stuff. Perseverance, we haven't played it a lot and it's a long time ago, including both like episode 1 and 2 here, because they are a little similar to each other, but I'm also looking forward to playing this more. Had some cool stuff, but nothing amazing so far.
My next one is Encyclopedia, one we recently reviewed as well. A great little dice drafting game with some twists and turns here and there. Highly recommend that one as well.
Sea Salt and Paper, a really delightful surprise from Bruna Catala. Liked it, very short and sweet, little push your luck, but also raise set collection. I thought it was just fun.
Next one is Turing Machine, a great deduction game. I want to play it more to get more of the high difficulty cases.
Absolutely. And next up we have Titan. I
Oh,
like
wow.
it. Yeah, I
That's
like it
crazy,
more
yeah.
than you. I still think it's a
8.5.
No, 7.5. It's a fun game. It's just too big. Is my main concern. It's so big and the board is
But
so
we don't
big.
have it. We got rid of the game.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's very high for that.
Yeah.
Next one is Ativa.
cool.
Really like it, want to play it again. That's for all this, almost for the high ones. Uwe Rosenberg, didn't fall in love, but I like my place.
Discordia, so interesting and unique. Very, very satisfying puzzle with getting rid of your workers. Fun.
Next is Palaces of Carrara, another one we just did a review of. Enjoyed most of the aspects of that one.
Encyclopedia, I loved the pure Euro goodness of the drafting was interesting. The set collection was also very interesting, and placing the dice and supplementing with resources, coins, really, just very fun.
Hand-to-hand Wombat, I love
this was high. Fun.
fun of it. Like, it's just a silly party game, but like we loved so much and we had so much fun. I love it for that.
So this is the last game of the list.
I have two more, so something weird happened.
Oh, okay, yeah. I have one more. Do you want to?
Okay, I'm going to do
Okay,
one. The Guild of Merchant Explorers, really enjoyed that one.
I hope I didn't skip one
No, but then
accidentally.
it
But
might have happened. Let's do a last one.
at least it's on your list.
Yeah.
Joan of Arc, Joan Wright. This was a pleasant surprise. Almost made my top 20. So I think if you haven't checked that out, it's actually really good.
Yeah, and my last one is then Perseverance, episode 1 and 2.
Cool.
One that can go. Episode 1 I liked, but I liked episode 2 that we only got to play it once. Liked that a lot. So I want to play it more to get it, to see where it will land. It might have been in the top 20 if we had time to play it more. And those are 120 something games in 27 minutes.
Yes.
Which is pretty good. I hope you got something out of this video, like the smallest reviews we have ever done.
Yeah.
If you are still here and you have not subscribed, you can do so now by
Clicking the subscribe button. It's fun and it's free and makes us happy. Like this. If you want to do something that's not free, you can.
go to patreon.com/boardgamingramblings and support us there. And that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Johannes.
I'm Sunniva.
And you've been watching Board Gaming Ramblings, and bye bye.